Hello, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Corona. Although, as you'll know, if you've been watching up to this point, we're not actually cooking with Corona, we are in fact cooking in a state of semi-lockdown. That is, of course, unless you're watching me when you're suffering from COVID-19, in which case you are in fact cooking with Corona, in both respects of the connotations within that sentence. Now, today isn't really, well, it is a recipe, but it's the ingredient of another recipe I'm going to make. But it can be made for other things, such as soup and stew and things like that, and I shall certainly be making it over time, or using it over time in other things, and that is beef stock. Anyone can buy OXO, anyone can buy Bisto. We're going to see if we can make it here. I've got some knives, beef ribs here, and a leg, marrow bone. I know it looks as though I just slaughtered a creature and went out from going outside, and in the eyes of my more vegan-friendly audience, that's probably exactly what I did, but I don't care. I'm going to show you how to do it. Well, I'm not going to show you how to slaughter a cow. I mean, I could someday, but maybe not while children are watching. So all I need to do is chop it into manageable pieces, according to what BBC Food Guide says. So, just chop up. The rib, that's 1 pound 8 ounces. The marrow bone is 4 pounds nearly. Alright, we'll see what we can do towards cutting these up then. The rib looks more easy at the moment. So, okay, I probably could have done with an axe of some kind to chop up that bone, but I don't seem to be able to do it with these, so I'll just put it in as is. Now, I need to chop up some onions. Use some onions. I've only got these little onions meant for pickling things, unfortunately. 2 tomatoes, fair enough, got those. A whole head of garlic, very well. Peel that. Sorry, I'm just cutting up the onions. I presume it all still works in the same way as a normal onion, as it would for these ones. You don't cut the stalk because that will make you cry. Yes. So, I'm not going to put the tomatoes in just yet. I'm just cutting the garlic and the onions, and I'm going to put that, I'm going to get a bit of water, an inch worth of water, put that in with the bone. I'm very nervous because I would have liked to have chopped it and I can't. In with the onions, in with the garlic. I would have liked to put this in a roasting tin, but I don't seem to have one of the right size, which is why I'm having to make do with this appalling Tupperware thing. Not Tupperware thing, Pyrex thing. Here it is. Not what I would have liked it to look like. It does, so it has to. So this will go in back in 45 minutes then. Next we have some water, around 9 pints worth. Alright, it's more like 8.5, but we'll try it regardless. Now, open up the oven. This is what it looks like now it's been cooked. Maybe I ought to lower the quantity actually down to 7. Better. Now, cut these lumps of meat off. I might as well put those in. No, maybe I shan't. But I'll put the juices in. Here they are. Tomatoes. Now here are 2 carrots that I'm going to cut in half. Maybe given their size I'll put in 2 more actually. No, 1 more. There. And now these lovely leeks that I'm going to put in also. I'm going to put in 2, but I've got 3 here, so all 3 will go in. Might as well put some rosemary in, so I need to get rid of it. Salt then. And also describe having peppercorn in there. But this is peppercorn mixed with turmeric, as always, so why not? Again, I don't like how this was sticking out. I wish I'd asked a butcher to cut the bone in half, but we are where we are. Can't close it properly, but I'm going to put it on low heat. And I'll leave that for about 6 hours. See you later. Alright, it's 6 hours later. And now, as you can see, I've turned this bone over. I left the thing simmering all this time. I've turned it down a little notch further, as far as I can, without switching it off. And I've turned this thing right over, and you can already see how the meat is hanging off very tenderly. There. Not necessarily part of the creature that I would serve for myself, but I can see why this part is often reserved for dogs, but you and I can enjoy it as a I was going to say a soup, but it's a very thin soup. If I were making soup, I probably would have added potatoes to give it some starch in order to thicken it. Well, let's try one of these leeks. Oh, very nice. Right. Tasty, but suitable, as I say, for a stock, and would need extra if you want to make it into a broth. Now, I'm going to leave it for another hour or two now that I've turned it over. I should have remembered to chop it up at the butcher's, or ask the butcher to chop it in half or in quarters. You should do that, by the way, but as it is, we'll do it this way. We'll see if we can freeze it later. Right, now it's cooked a little longer and we just have to get rid of the excess. So all of this lovely stuff will move out. I suppose we could use it for extra cooking, but I dare say it's lost a good deal of its flavour. The leeks are nice, but as I imagined, not a lot of flavour in them. The garlic clove, yeah, almost nothing, just bitterness. Alright, getting a bit of a kick now. I'm also going to take this bone out of the saucepan and the ribs. Oh, forgot about the carrots. Oh, very nice and soft. Alright, so get all that out. Nice ribs here, look. Okay, you're really supposed to cook it for about another hour on slightly higher heat in order to reduce it, but I've already reduced it by slopping it all over the place, so well, regardless, we'll see how it works. Very well, I put it up on average. I think I'll put a lid on it, which I couldn't do, the large bone was in, and I'll come back in another hour or two. Alright, an hour has passed. Let's see what's happened. More than an hour, in fact, more like 2. Excellent. More than half of it's gone down. Coming back, coming back, coming back, coming back, coming back, slowly but surely. There we are. Now, we'll come back to it later. I think I should be able to freeze it. I'll show you how to do that later. For now, I need to go on to my actual dinner.